I was blinded for a period of 3 months, and I lived in total darkness. So for me, I think realizing I could see and I came through that very traumatic episode. And, you know, when one lives in darkness, there's many things that happen to you. You have to learn to trust people because you're being led around. And, you know, it wasn't like I was going to be blind in both eyes forever, but there were times where I thought that my world was going to remain without light, and also fearing that maybe this BB that got in my eye when I was shot was going to go up there and get my brain, and you know, so it's a very scary time for me. And I just remember when the patches would come off, and the first day that I actually went outside, it was so blinding. You know, the light was so blinding, and I think at that moment I realized like it was something I had to exist in. I started when I was probably in my early 20s, and I was working with light, always playing around with lights, and it was one way to sort of get in the nightclubs underage. So I began to operate the light board, and through that I started to add like some different elements of neon into the dance floor. And I think it was my first emotional feeling I got with lights when I saw how it affected people. I think the softness and the fragility of the neon glass that I work with is it's life. You know, people are fragile, and that element of fragility is also, in my opinion, what makes the beauty of this art form so special. I have 6 brothers and sisters, and you know, working class family, and I don't think we ever were taken to an art gallery. When I went to college, I wanted to be an artist, and I remember my father saying, you know, you could do that on the side. Why don't you get an education with something that you can get a real job at? And so, you know, I didn't really have like any mentors when I was growing up. That was, you know, something like, oh my God, I want to be a painter. I want to be an artist. So I feel like it had to have just been in my psyche. Neon has many, I think that's why I like it. It has many things, and beauty is definitely one of it. It also can be playful. It can be sexy. It can be moody. I can take you where I want with that sculpture. You know, it's powerful. It's like I have a flashlight and I'm leading you down a very dark path, and you're trusting me. And you know, we're all like moths to light. You know, we're drawn to it. Sort of jumps off at you, and you can't not see it. You know, it's not a quiet art. A lot of things that I create really honestly they come to me when I'm sleeping in the night, and I wake up and I'm sort of stay with what that was, and I pay attention to it. So, you know, I've used that as a tool for my creativity, because I feel like there's definitely something there for me to look at if it wakes me up. And you know, so I try to hang on to whatever that was, and carry that through in the next day. Yeah, I've had so many fun opportunities. I've worked for so many amazing directors, Spielberg and Eastwood. I've worked with Prince and Michael Jackson, and Mariah Carey. I mean, I've been so fortunate through my career that I've really worked for some amazing artists out there, which has really pushed me as an artist. It's really rewarding to know, like, wow, I've really taken this 40 years and worked my way up, and I don't feel like anything was ever handed to me. I feel like, I learned it the old-fashioned way. We can't live in darkness. The only way we can survive is with light, and I just happen to be somebody who needs a lot of light, in my life.